Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Shout out Terry's Theories. Let's zoom out. He posted this and said normally, he would take a picture of a chemtrail plane and, I think he said normally he would see a plane or sometimes he would or wouldn't. He would just see the trails. But then when you zoom in on this and left a comment on his channel and people were thinking like he made this up. Like he CGI'd it, and he was telling people like, no, I just filmed it through my camera and presented it, put it on a YouTube video. But I'm here to show you, like, I mean, you can see the structure. This almost looks like a head with hair on it, folks. I know that sounds crazy, but I'll try to get in a little tighter. Let's see. I mean, really, just take a close look at that. This looks like an entity wearing white, and here's his face, his hair, and his ear is right there. You see that, folks? I'm going to point to the ear and the hairline and the face. It's just strangeness, folks. We got another shot right here. Let's see if this one translates. Put a little highlight on it. Let's pull down some of that bright. Yeah, this one is so bright it won't even come through. It's another shot from Terry's Theories on YouTube. Great channel. See, it's clearly not an airplane there, folks. Nothing is there that remotely resembles an airplane. Zoom a little tighter. I'm telling you, it looks like an individual right there. A being. A person. Just something that was very interesting, folks. I think this picture right here came from Planet X Hunter. You see outline, the crazy face, some type of beast or animal. I'll zoom in. Eyes, nose, mouth. You see the detail. It's just crazy, folks. And then, like, when I really zoom in, you'll see it's like a whole nother. Let me zoom out so it doesn't blur. It's a whole nother entity, like right there, looking like some type of fairy. Let's see if I can zoom in without it getting blurry. Pull down some light. See it? It's just like eyes and faces all over this thing. Pull the light back to normal, zoom out. It's crazy, folks. Massive vessel down here. See the geometry in it, the structure and the shape. It's just non-stop, folks. It's only going to get worse as time progresses, as we move closer to December. See the structure in it. That's a solid line. And then the wicked, crazy, monstrous face. Close-up of the eyes. Moving on. Massive vessel. A subscriber sent this in. If you can't see, like, this is a craft. I showed this to I Am Goddess and Kira Nation, and I think it was Team No Sleep also when they were in town on a little visit. I mean, you can see the structure and design that's on the side of the craft. I mean, this thing has detail in it. But this is the entire vessel, always shaped like some type of animal. You see an animal creature here, an entity outside the ship here, and one sitting right there. Now I'm going to zoom in on them, folks. Okay, because seeing is believing. Your eyeballs are connected. via the optical nerve directly to your brain. Okay? This is not me making up shapes and crazy designs inside of some so-called clouds. Clouds don't exist. If you watch the sunset this evening, you'll see a dark mass of what people call clouds would look like smoke of all different shades and colors, just completely blocked out all visible light while the sun was rotating around. Okay? That's what it is, folks. I had a video on my channel and I showed you how the curtain closes every single day. But I mean, come on, if you can't see, like, this is a cat, I mean, I'll zoom in tight on that entity right there. It looks like a cat. You see its eye, has a slit in it, pointed ears, tail, little furry body. Okay, it's a humanoid creature right there. You see his little beard, his eyes, his head, ear. Okay, they're right outside the craft. Strange entity here and another strange entity here. I mean, you see his eyeballs, eye, and then it's something that's so, I mean, it's so minute in the backdrop, but it's just living, folks. You see that, right? If that landed and talked to you, you probably drop dead. Hopefully my video softened the blow. And let's look at the detail on the vessel. Shout out my subs for sending in some of the craziest pictures ever. You know, and I'm here, you know, and you're welcome, you know. People say thank you for waking me up, Riz. People used to think I was crazy for these things I was seeing. No, you're not crazy. The people that don't see these things have cognitive dissonance, and the people that see them and say they don't see it are just pure liars. That's all it is. It's a lot of demons in hell, folks. And they'll lie right to your face. No, I don't see anything, man. You crazy. That's because they want to make you digress in your consciousness. That's all. They'll try to make you believe nothing's really there. But why would we have this type of detail and structure? That's texture on the side of a massive vessel. Seeing is believing. You could also screenshot this and look for it and see it yourself. Peace, love, and light. Sent in from a sub. I mean, it clearly looks like some type of dragon flying through the sky. A pterodactyl. You see his two legs, his wings, his pointed ear, the silhouette of the head. And then you also see the energy that's being emitted from it. I mean, come on, folks. That's not an airplane. That's not a helicopter. That's not a bird. I mean, you clearly can see it. And like I said, people, if you watch this video and you see your picture up here, shout it out. Shout out to Tom, and I will definitely big you up, you know. But I think D. Hodges sent this in. D. Hodges sends in all types of weirdness, all types of craziness, and all on point. Seeing is believing. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Look at that, folks. Sent in from a sub. Let's pull down the light to show you the craft. Just like hovering right under the sun. You know, I'm not even going to waste time. I'm going to take you to the one with the contrast and highlight on it. Let's try to bring it down because the sun is right completely above it. But you'll see the detail in the ship and the individual windows. Like, I mean, come on. You would be a fool to say like that. Oh, that's just a cloud. How can a cloud have geometric shapes that look like windows and a solid structure that's being washed out by the light of the sun? Yeah, people say they don't see this. It's because they're demons and they're devils, and they're trying to stop your progression. And they'll use psychological tricks to say, "Man, you tripping, bro. There's nothing there. You know, there's nothing there, bro. That's a condition you have. That's all. Where you just put shapes and stuff together. No, thank you. I'll pass. All types of psychomedicine is nothing but pill pushing drug addicts. That's all they do. They pump and promote drugs. We just had a queen sister on the live that said she took psychotropic medicine because they said she had anxiety, and the medicine put a strange mold into her stomach that threw her pH balance off of her whole body. Okay? Why would they make a pill that's supposed to help you psychologically but has mold in it? A rare type of mold, I might add. Like, come on. You take pills and drugs from the doctor, you're not there yet. You're not awake. I'm not going to judge you. It's just a slow death they're giving you, and you become a customer. You're helping them get that yacht, that beach home, and all these fancy things. You know? They work for the serpent. Look at their symbol. You think that symbol of a serpent is a good thing? That's on the side of ambulances and hospitals? Wow. You right. Most dummies don't even know what it's called. You know, because you don't know anything except what the TV tells you. Yeah, shout out Gambino family. You know, he just put a crazy video up. Tell Live Vision. That's all they do. Put you in school, dumb you down, train you like a dog. You know, it's not hard, folks. It's not hard at all. If you're ignorant, it's because you want to be. And I'm using ignorant in the literal definition of unstudied, unlearned, okay, not knowing, not the ghetto version of ignorant, okay? The English language has definitions for words. You know, most of our people don't understand them, overstand them, or anything. I get it. But this is another exposure of the massive crafts that are in our atmosphere, entities and beings. You know, look at this guy just sitting, chilling. You see his body, you see his face. I'll zoom in on his face. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to wake you up. And this is not for everybody also. I don't force anything on anyone. There's no need to. It's a waste of energy, a waste of time. Moving on. Another subscriber sent this in and said, Riz, this is a French Montana video with Kodak Black in it, and this thing right here zipped past in one of the frames. He paused it and screenshotted it. Thank you, because that's what I do. And, you know, and you can see clearly already it's some type of strange demonic entity or being. And here's the one with the highlight on it, folks. Seeing is believing. Shout out Bob Kazi, because Bob sends in all types of craziness like this. But this is not a Bob Kazi picture. But shout out Bob. I know you watching, bro. Peace, love, and light to all my new subs. And thank you for being here. Like, share, and sub, of course. And you see the creature's face right there. Okay? This is what they would call a spirit or a ghost. You see his eye, the crazy looking mouth, the elongated head. I mean, it looks like some type of lizard being from ancient Egypt. Let me hold that in tight for you so there can be no doubt. Yeah. Shout out Sunrise TV, Jamaica, Sunrise Boss. Moving on. This is from the gathering that we had. Okay? It was I Am Goddess's birthday. And we were singing happy birthday to her. And everybody was standing around. And then the orbs started to appear. I put the video up. But the orbs are crazy, folks. I mean, come on. Look at that. You take your pick on all the faces that you see there. It's a centralized face right here with eye, nose, mouth looking at you. And there's all types of eyeballs, lips, and mouths everywhere. Yeah, the energy is real, folks. You think your people passed away and they're just like, you know, deceased and they're not around. Their energy is still around. Trust me. They have a period of time where they flow freely. A freelance before being put back into a fleshly vessel. And memory erased and reborn again. Seeing is believing. Shout out Matlock Soap. And Chris Archer and China Miss Jones are screaming this at the top of their lungs. That is structures in the sky, and it's giant entities that are attached in the sky, fixed and hung. Here's the eye, here's the mouth wide open, and it's spitting out matter. Okay, and you see this crazy looking entity right here with the crazy face. I'm gonna zoom in on it right fast for you to show you that we're not playing with spitballs, folks. This is real life supernatural stuff. You could take it or leave it. Crazy looking demonic face with the black eyes, horns up on each side, eye, nose, crazy looking mouth. It has a ball on its nose like a clown. Yeah. And then a giant face here, eye, nose, mouth, and is spitting out other entities. Let me zoom in and show you. You see him? Being birthed. Now that's clearly a face right there. You see it. Eye, nose, mouth, eyebrows, some type of crazy looking headdress, and all these other small little entities being birthed. Yeah. Let's hold that in. Again, the strange looking clown face up there, and then look at the giant face right here spitting out entities. Let's zoom in again. Like Morpheus said in the Matrix, again. If you think this is clouds, you're a fool. You can't see the flow of something being organic. Entity. Head, eye, nose, mouth. You see his body. It's just unbelievable stuff, folks. You know? And this is the picture of the crazy looking clown face with the bald nose, the black eyes, and the horns. Here's his body. All types of faces attached. I've seen entities with a face on the front and the back of their body. I've seen it all, folks. I'm just trying to show you. It's not a game. This looks like the head of the Chinese dragon. You see the eyes? I'll pull down some light for the visually impaired, just so there could be no doubt. Yeah, and then when we zoom in super close, is a woman right on the front. Here's her face. Here's her white garment. Always feel free to screenshot. Do your thing. Jamaica Sunrise TV, man. Well, a good channel there, you know. I'll show you how life is in Jamaica, man. Yard man style. Big up. Beyond the Spectrum on YouTube. Nice up and coming channel. Queen sister has vision. Okay. You see the, and she said her child took this, one of her children, and you can see the entities that are in the in-between. Yes, that's what they are. Dimensional space is entities in the in-between, and your cell phone picks them all up, folks. Face there, massive face there. I mean, this stuff is just like, I mean, to the average person, it really can seem to be unbelievable. But, you know, everything I discuss and talk about, it's TV shows on right now that are saying the same exact thing. You know? I mean, they're mimicking everything that I do, that we do in the sky community. Okay? People have told me that my videos are better than TV shows because I'm coming with 100% truth and honesty. I don't have an agenda at all. I'm not agenda based on any level of this place. I don't have any agenda. I don't want you to do anything, be anything. I'm just showing you something, and your free will is up to you. Yeah, I'm not telling you to do this and do that. No, I'll give you good advice, and it's up to you. I'm not forcing people to do anything. You see the massive face, and I've done tons of videos where I'm showing you entities in the woods. I mean, how many movies are there? Are all types of cryptids, sprites, spirits, elves, fairies? You think this stuff comes from nowhere? Everything has a base, including all life on this realm comes from a base. Understand that, folks. Look at the massive creature that's standing here. Chest poked out, head. Zoom in on it. See his face? Shout out Beyond the Spectrum on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. The crazy creature with the clown face outlined so you can see the body. I'll zoom in on the face again. Moving on. Showed this on the live that me and Khalid did on his channel yesterday. Coming out of his house is a church And this entity just, I mean, just really just like flew outside and just showed itself. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Like I looked up and thought that was a gargoyle, like unlatching itself from the side of the building. You see his wing up here, massive, elongated, pointed head, and you see his body. It's like he's wearing some type of like gown, or the bottom of his body is like the back of a fish fin. But I'm gonna zoom in on the face. You see the point of the nose, you see eye, and then a pointed head. The wing is up on this side, but the light is washing it out. But this wing is fully visible. And we have some more shots of that. This is the original shot. Look how bright it is, folks, because the sun is right there. I don't even think I can get this one to come through. I'm gonna have to zoom in on the entity. Just another, the same entity just pulled up, close up. This is the picture right here. You can see it's right here where my pen is at, but it's so washed out in light. And it's a woman right under him, right here. Also showed this on the live yesterday on Collage channel. You see her hair and the side, her body is starting to form, starting to manifest. Looks like somebody's like starting a tattoo. This is the screenshot of the creature that looked to be winged and looked like a gargoyle coming off the side of a church building. That's the only way I can explain it. No one in their right mind can say that's just a cloud. If you do, you're a fool. And if you say that to me in person, I'll slap the shit out you. Just to disrespect you because like I know you a demon. You see this shit, but you act like, you know, you don't understand it or see it. A 3-year-old could see and articulate what this is. That's why people don't play with me, man. I'm not playing with nobody. And folks that meet me in person, they'll tell you I'm a presence. I'm a positive one. You see it again. Zoom in on the face. Creature. And this is the steeple right here. And the creature came out right here. But just look at the sky, folks. You're going to tell me that's normal? This massive so-called cloud formation can block out the light of the world, the sun? I don't think so. No water mist or cloud vapor can do that. This is high-level technology, folks. Understand that. You live in an artificial environment. Everything is man-made. And if it's not man-made, it's being spiritually made. Okay? Supernaturally made right before your eyes. You just don't understand it. Entity. I mean, need I say more? I mean, this thing has a face on the side of it too that's looking up. It's all types of creatures on the edge of it. And you see it's all connected, folks. Just spitting out this black haze that's dark enough to block out the lumens of the sun. Oh, man. You just don't get it. All this stuff is artificial. Massive entity right here. Popping itself out in all black. You can see he's wearing some type of helmet. Like, let me zoom in and show you. You see all the faces and creatures that's in it. Unbelievable stuff, folks. Same shot. Same shot, folks. We're going to go right here. You see the silhouette. This is a face I'm about to show you, and this is an entity right here. I'm gonna zoom in on this one because this one is blacked out. But on this one right here, you see anatomical features. You see its leg. You see its arm is leaning down, holding onto something. You see its head. Super zoom. Sam, like he's leaning over doing something, and it's an entity right here with a face. Now, when I go to the next shot, it's going to be super clear. Here we go. The one that was bending over is now standing up. You see his head. He has a point on the top of his helmet or hair. Here's his body, and here's the other entity's face now is visible. Pointed ear, eyeballs, nose, mouth. Let me zoom in. See the face? I mean, the eyes are looking directly at you. Eye, nose, big lips, pointed ear, appendage on top of the head. Let's let that settle in and zoom. Okay? There's no debate on that. You can't debate it. Whole situation right here. These entities and creatures just falling out of this massive blackness, which is a giant craft. Yeah. You see it? You see it. People, entities and beings that no one ever told you existed above you. They exist below you also in the ocean, everywhere. Think you're the only life here? You, plants and animals? You're a fool. Close up and crop of the face, so there could be no doubt. No doubt. You see nostrils, giant lips, soul patch into a point, pointed ear, eyes. Seeing is believing. Anything else you can miss me with? Not playing no games. You're going into super detail on all things. That's why I tell my subs, if it's not a slam dunk, don't send it. Okay? When we do videos, I'm going to give you no doubt. You're going to say, damn, what he showed me was 100% real. I'm not making up shapes here. These are living creatures with faces and eyeballs. I mean, see it for yourself. Living creatures with faces. Took this coming out of Kalai's house. You see the face forming right here. Zoom in for you. It's just the blue and the white. You know, some people are blinded. And then with the sun, you can't see this stuff. But I'll take a picture of it and show you. And then do this. Drop some contrast on it. Pull down the light. Show you the massive nose, the eye, the lips, the extravagant headdress that are more entities and beings. Seeing is believing. Look at the entity sitting on top of his head. See his little like gray face with black eyes, and they got 3 points on top of his head. You see his arm and his shoulders. He's wearing white. Zoom out for perspective. Pull down some of the light. Look at that, folks. You see the eye. You see the nose, nostrils, lips poking out. I mean, you know you're going into the supernatural when you're seeing detail like this, folks. Nostrils and eyeballs, eye cavities. Like, come on. Come on. This is one with untampered with, no highlight, no contrast. Going to pull down the light. Same thing. Yeah. Yeah, folks. Another horse and rider, folks. Yeah, it's about to get really, really crazy. Check that out, folks. You see his face. You see his arm. You see his horse right here. He's wearing blue. And his horse is walking behind him. Understand that. I'm gonna zoom you on the face and the crown that it's wearing. This is the crown. You see the dimensions in it, folks? Yeah, it's dimensional. Face, black eyes, mouth. You see his hand right here? He has two big fingers. You see his clothes? That's his robe, okay? Same way you would have a big robe or jacket on, and the material will be hanging down, okay? And you see it has some type of ornament on its uniform or its clothing. Blue, a white sash, okay? Let me show you more of the body. You see? It's all these other creatures and beings standing around it. Even a woman right here. I mean, you could screenshot this stuff and see it for yourself, folks. I'm gonna take you to the meat and the potatoes, and you see the horse is behind him. You see the bridle that's going across his face and his eye, the horse's nostril, his eyeball, his ears, and then his body. It's like if you were off your horse walking with it, and this is in the sky. Zoom in on the face and the entity's crown once again. You see eye, mouth, crown. Take you back to the original picture. See how it's in all white and it gets washed away? But that's still very, very visible. Clear to see. Okay? That's just not the blue backdrop. Like, that's an entity, folks. You've been lied to about everything, about weather, about your whole life, about the laws. You don't really have a understanding. Like, I mean, like, it's just this whole world is one big deception. One big man-made deception. There's no such thing as success. Success is what? Man-made. Success is love, morals, respect for life. That's success, folks. Not making $1 million and being a boss at your job. You're a fool. Shout out China Miss Jones. You're striving for man-made success. Oh, I have this. I got that. I got 4 degrees in a man-made system. And you think that's successful. And at the end of the day, all the material you gain, you can't take any of it with you. You're born with everything you need, a physical body, all your limbs, and your mind. Everything else is just extra bullshit that they put a price on. Shout out China Miss Jones. You see the face. I mean, the eye is actually reflecting on this side. Nose, mouth. I mean, come on. And I shout out China Miss Jones a lot because she pours her heart and soul into this thing. You know? A lot of time, a lot of energy, folks. You don't even understand. When you don't see me putting up videos, I'm decompressing from all the radiation that I absorbed staring into these devices. Okay? It's a gift and a curse.